evening, Nigeria. Thank God it's Friday. Welcome to Update with Precious. Another day to bring on an update of matter them where they share for inside the country. I don't land on a debate again like Land Rover with Ogbonge gist them where they happen for inside the country. As your Minister for Information without payments. But I did here. I go to do now. What can we do? What can the righteous do like this now? My name is Precious. It always sweets my belly to bring on an update of matter them where they happen for inside the country. Today na Friday, so you know my Friday squad, they're full ground, and I go bring them in. But make I go give on the hot topic then we be say we get this evening and the hot matter them, the hot gist we will go begin attend to one by fuller because Opopo e plenty. El-Ruffai ADC accuses federal government of using security agencies to silence opposition. And then Sanwo-Olu APC using state institutions to terrorize silent opposition in Lagos. Gbadebo Roads Viber raises alarm as police seal off venue for ADC meeting. In case you don't understand this wrong grammar. Now ADC won't get meeting for inside Lagos State. Police don't steal the venue where they want use. If you remember, different meetings when you say ADC they get it, they always change venue. They do their venue abracadabra. Because why? It be like say as in the APC, they no one make anything we get to do with coalition hold meeting. Remember the one where happened for inside Kaduna State where El-Ruffai complain about, where then talk say then attack them for the meeting where be say then get for the coalition meeting where then get for inside Kaduna State where cause trouble where make and come get interview come begin talk how Nigerian government the people and bandits. Well, that's on day grant self. Tambo, why don't tell Europa? Oh yeah, go honor your visits to police. You don't get anything. Just go someone as in someone you go honor the visit. And then ADC itself don't come and contact say police they harass El-Ruffai. I say the attack on Malami convoy, the harassment on El-Ruffai, saying that a sign, bad sign for dangerous democracy. Now, very bad sign for dangerous democracy. In fact, Atiku Abubakar don't come talk. Dangerous assault on civic freedom. Atiku condemns police invitation to El-Ruffai. Senator Shehu Sani don't come warn politicians against misuse of power. If on a day power, no misuse them more. You know why? Maka why? Okay, Mako enter inside other issue. Peter Obi proposed one-term presidency. Okay. Say he do am because of which reason? Kenneth Okonkwo don the people don the yab and say you don't come again. You this Igbo man, now you follow Igbo man every time. Now you see they talk about, but then is there sense in what he said? Did he even say anything bad in the first place? We go they dissect that conversation. As he also talk about say Labour Party, PDP, all opposition parties need to exist because all opposition they work for Tinubu. Say the only opposition na ADC. Now so you talk now. Talking about Tinubu administration, where they say they don't do well, things are better. Hey, medical and dental consultants themselves don't come and talk. They say under Tinubu's regime, Nigerians are again being thrown into similar hardship, starvation, visible malnutrition experienced in 1980s. So the kind of malnutrition, the kind of hardship way na 1980s then now you be saying Nigerians experience and past now that kind of thing would experience now under Tinubu administration. The administration where be say would they meet a target quick. And Nigerians they say, are you joking? Okay, flashback. People don't go dig at when it be say Tinubu be vowed saying go fight the fuel tax where it be say Obasanjo be won't put out then for 2003. 2003. Obasanjo be won't impose a 1.1 naira 50 kobo fuel tax across every liter of fuel where you buy. Then President Bola Ahmed Tinubu then impose am say no, e no go fit get ahead. Say e no go fit. Say e go. People don't go bring am back. Say all the things then where e be say you work against as governor. You say subsidy na scam. You work against fuel tax. Now as a president, now you don't dey condemn. Nigerians don't go bring the matter come give am. Now be me they talk. I go show na evidence. Now CVR. It's unacceptable for INEC to continue to churn out figures without creating verifiable, transparent process for political parties and stakeholders to monitor. PDP now they raise alarm. Say every time when they give us figures of these people now don't register this percentage, this percentage. Meanwhile, on they give us tools to monitor and to make sure so we go feel verify to know whether not true or false. Why? INEC will not go accept this one. Okay, for Abike Dabiri, you know, say that matter when they talk, saying retweet a post we call Nigerians, we call Igbo people monkey, right? And then Ohanes Ndibo can't complain, right? Okay. Oh, I did not tell you guys Ohanes Ndibo complained, right? Well, her agency don't reply. NIDCOM itself replies as they say, no, Mama Diaspora Abike Dabiri is not neglecting the welfare of Igbozo. You know, neglect Igbozo. Now, waiting, they don't talk. Okay, need come, don't reply, or Anis and Igbo. Moving on, Jare. Nigerian callers them for inside a radio station for inside Calabar Cross River State. Don't tell President Bola Tinubu, stop going abroad. Come to Obudu Cattle Ranch. Come to Obudu. Obudu is as fine as the abroad. Come to Obudu. We dey Obudu, they wait for you. Come to Obudu. Come to Obudu. That's what they tell them for inside call for a radio station. Nigeria's judiciary needs to embrace technology. You know, so lawyer they shout, and then in Dume don't they lobby President Bola Tinubu to include Northeast for inside the 2025 supplementary budget and including the 2026 budget too. So there is sure bank as well must get a supplementary budget for 2025. That now waiting people they ask. Well, without Rachel, thank you so much for joining us. So make I begin introduce my guests and we could begin break down this matter. Them one by fellow for inside the house. Joining me for inside the studio now Prince Francis Chilaka, the man with Sabi talk the truth when they wear clothes. In truth, they naked. Good evening, Mr. Naked Truth, sir. Welcome, sir.
Precious, how are you?
I'm fine, thank you. So how about you? How are you doing? You look knackered.
No,
You look like you're tired.
I've
Sorry.
not slept. I've not slept for 2 days. So
Oh my wow. So sorry, sir. So sorry, sir. Welcome. So let's talk Nigeria. Let's talk politics. Let's talk. Sorry, I won't bother you too much, but unfortunately, I will bother you a little bit in talking about Nigeria. So very quickly, this arrests by what did they call them? The invitation or summons by by the police to El-Ruffai. So the ADC don't they condemn and talk say in fact in an affront on in fact say that they use security agencies and operatives to intimidate opponents. Now police authorities for inside Kaduna be invite Governor El-Ruffai and other leaders of the party for inside the state over alleged public disturbance. Say dem get public disturbance for that their event wey dem hold wey police dey there but they can't attack them according to them because me and you be no dey there. However, for inside a statement on Friday, the spokesman of the coalition party, Bolaji Abdullahi, come the talk say he fault the police summon on El-Ruffai and some leaders of the ADC for inside the state. And the attack on the convoy of Oga Malami convoy. He say they say this kind one say he no dey good at all. So he just clearly showed say these ADC people, police generally, say Nigerian police, so they used, in fact, the federal governments they use Nigerian police to intimidate people. Then the ADC say these police actions are a coordinated effort to stifle opposition politics in areas where the ruling party feels threatened by ADC's rising influence. Now, for in this regard, the ADC calls on the federal government and the Inspector General of Police to immediately withdraw the political motivated summons issued to Nasser El-Rufai and other ADC leaders in Kaduna State. These invitations are not about justice or security, they are about silencing dissent and should therefore be halted. That's what they're talking. In fact, they say the public deserves to know who is behind these attacks on political freedom and what interests they serve. That's what they talk. Security agencies to arrest and prosecute those responsible for the attack on Abubakar Malami's convoy in Kebbi State, as well as the violent thugs who disrupted the stakeholders meeting in Kaduna State. They say the failure to bring these perpetrators to justice only emboldens further violence. That's what the ADC talk. Finally, they urge the federal government to redirect their focus on the Nigeria police towards their primary duty, protecting the lives and property of citizens. Say, as a matter of fact, say insecurity okpo for inside Nigeria where police go fight, no be to use them to fight opponents. But just why would they think say that one will happen? I mean, Atiku Abubakar don't also come condemn that one, call him an affront on what did they call him? Police. He himself don't talk, say it's a dangerous assault on civic freedom for inside the country. So say this one, what did they do like this? You know they good. Not be only him don't condemn him, other people self don't condemn him. But then for inside Lagos, before I even reach Lagos State, the Sokoto State former governor Aminu Tambowa don't tell El-Ruffai say make you go heed the call wey be say APC dem call am. Say nothing dey wrong. Wey police call am. Make you go answer the call first of all. He said there is no need for a permit from the police for a political party to have any meeting. So this one when they call you, or you go answer them first of all now. make you go answer them, make you hear everything they want to tell you, make you not be like say you no go. But people think say you just end for that El-Ruffai attack and thing and all that. For inside Lagos State here. Now, so Gbadebo Rhodes Vival, the Labour Party's former governorship candidate for Lagos State, don't come accuse the All Progressives Congress (APC) of misleading the state institutions, or using the state institutions to attack opposition activities for inside the state. Now, for inside the post to be put up on your account, Rhodes Vival, I think around 1:50 p.m. this afternoon, talk about waiting Ibise, how Ibise the police don't go seal off the venue, wait then plan to use for their coalition party meeting will be say they're supposed to. In fact, for the post, they say it is truly disappointing that the Lagos APC is abusing state institutions by sealing off the venue where the ADC was scheduled to hold the meeting tomorrow after obtaining the necessary approvals. This is not only an abuse of power, it is a clear attempt to stifle opposition voices in Lagos State. That's what you're right. So Prince Francis Chilaka, before I play you the video when I talk this one and waiting if say them narrate, say na their problem. Make I take your input, sir. Your reaction.
Well, let me start by saying that the invitation to El-Ruffai is something he should honor. Yes, it's something they should honor, so that tomorrow they will not also call him a lawless citizen. As the political game is becoming clearer, as 2027 is becoming clearer, everybody will be looking for something to use against the other person. So let it just be that let him exercise his right as a Nigerian and law-abiding Nigerian, and then go and answer the police, and let's see what happens from there.
Okay.
So that said and done. Yes, everyone criticizing it has a right to criticize it as well. Yes, everybody has a right to criticize it, and those who are criticizing it are also doing it from the fact that they feel it's a way of trying to ensure that people don't speak out and people don't keep other views, people don't hold other views, people don't have other associations other than APC. But I think we're all short-memoried in this country. Maybe those who are in APC today don't understand what APC did in 2013, 2014, leading up to the 2015 election, that brought in the disaster we had as a president, late Buhari. I mean, it was total, affront on the Nigerian people. I mean, APC, was everywhere. I mean, it went as far as carrying the coffin of the then president. And, Jonathan showed class. No matter how clueless people think he is, but he also showed that he's a Democrat. Not like those who claim to have fought the military to a standstill. Not like those who claim that they are the ones who chased the military back to the barracks. But the truth is that we saw a real Democrat in the former president, which was Jonathan. We saw him display maturity. So, and I'm surprised that Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who today is our president, the same man who claims to have fought for democracy, is allowing the tenets of democratic governance to be thrown to the dogs. People could say, "Oh, he's not." People could say he's not aware. He's not the one doing it, but he gets a daily security report on everything happening in this country, so he knows, and the buck stops on his table. Unfortunately, the Nigerian police too have made themselves available to be used by not only those in government, but anyone who has the power and the money. That's an unfortunate situation. But, I keep saying that the police forgets that their primary responsibility is to protect Nigerians. And that their first loyalty is to Nigerians, not to the government in power. Because their salaries, their uniform, their housing, everything you see with a policeman is paid for by the taxpayers' money. And we normally say, he who pays the piper dictates the tone.
Yeah, but na federal government they pay them, not be us now. So they go to see them.
No. The federal government is taking from you and I to pay them because we have given. We have given our sovereignty to the federal government to manage. We have given our resources. We have given our livelihood to the federal government. We say manage on our behalf, and that's why when you say they are representatives of the people. But unfortunately, in Nigeria, leaders in Nigeria don't come to serve; they come to be served.
Hmm.
They don't come to
Instead of them
develop.
to come serve the people, they come make the people serve them.
Exactly.
Oh,
They don't come to develop. They come to enrich themselves.
they come to be developed. Instead of
Exactly.
coming to develop. Oh.
So we just have a weird kind of system. I mean, today I was forced to do a video and I have not posted it, but I'm going to post it later after this show. He was talking about the fact that, how did we become so is it senseless or unproductive, or how do we have leaders who have become completely clueless? I mean, can you imagine, Precious?
Sir?
Your president is going on his 10 days annual leave. The governor of Imo State travels from Imo State to Abuja. The governor of Lagos State travels from Lagos State to Abuja. Some ministers abandon their ministries and they all come out and line at the airport just to shake hands with Mr. President and to wave his aircraft bye-bye. I mean, are they toddlers? Are they babies? So rather than face governance, rather than create an enabling environment for democracy to thrive in Nigeria, the political class or the party in power is actually trying to foist everything down the throat of Nigerians. So the only thing this government has promised Nigerians, which they have, look at them. You have a Hope Uzodinma there, you have a Fashola there, you have a secretary to government is there, you have Alaka is there. I don't understand. You have a Wale Edu there. What are they doing? Look at I mean, what kind of a shame is this? This is shame, nothing else. And rather than face governance, rather than provide security for the people.
A lot of people don't, concerning this in what you're talking, a lot of people don't defend that, because I also did a video on this that I posted earlier. And a lot of people are defending it in the comment section that there's nothing wrong with them coming to be the president.
They have no sense. Precious, please. Anybody defending this is a non-entity. Anybody defending this absurdity is a non-entity. And this is why we are where we are today, because we keep defending these politicians who have no plan for the future of this country. We keep defending them when we shouldn't be defending them. And that is why we cannot even ask them to be accountable to us. Because they know that when you ask them to be accountable, they behave like men of God who will tell you, touch not my anointed and do my prophet no harm. So for me, this is you, Precious. If your mom is traveling and you are working in let's assume you are working in a multinational, will you leave your office and go and stand at the airport to wave her bye-bye? When she's not bedridden, when she's not sick, please, let us begin to think as if there is no box. This is what children should be doing. That's what adults who call themselves government officials, who call themselves governors, secretary to state government, minister for finance, this is what they're doing. So they are completely clueless and useless to their ministries and to their states. Do you know how much they pay? Do you know how much they chartered flights? These governors, how much flight they chartered private jets to go to Abuja? Just because they want to go and wave at Mr. President. They should be ashamed of themselves. So bringing back our topic, which is the fact that the police and other government institutions are being used to, which hunt the what do you call them now? Other opposition. Let me say this. Bola Tinubu is also beginning to become like the Buhari, who was a very lucky president. Throughout the time of late President Buhari, the oppositions were asleep. Civil societies went to sleep. And that's what's happening now in Tinubu's government. So they don't want the opposition to come out. They don't want the opposition to challenge them. And this is not good for our democracy.
I was going to ask if you don't think
it's not good for our democracy at all.
Very good politician.
Tinubu may be a good politician, but he's not a good administrator. And he's not a good leader. If he's a good politician, then he's not a good tactician as well. He's just a politician who knows how to rub people's palms and grease their elbows. That's what it is. For me, that is not politics. When you have to induce people with money, induce people with appointment, then you're not a good person. You're not a good leader.
Are you saying that these die-hard fans the president gets, all these people, if you do anything for them, if you push rock for them, take bullet for them, he talks, they feel saying that because of saying they do something for them, I make the do. There are people who love
him. Where are they? Is it the urchins that they give 10,000 naira monthly for data?
There are people
are you talking of the ministers? The ministers must pay back the man who who pays the piper. That is why the wife of your president came out and said that brought an account and asked people to go and donate money, that she wants to support the completion of the National Library. Is that not an insult on Nigerians?
But Nigerians are already donating to it. By the time
that is to show you how clueless we are. That is to show you that those who are donating are those who have benefited from this government, either by appointment or any other thing. I mean, it doesn't make sense at all that a national library will now be financed through money gotten for the birthday of the First Lady. Meanwhile, we have a lot of dilapidated schools, public schools, seeking for attention. We have 20 million out of Nigerian children out of school. So what stops your wife of your president, secretly? Because the Bible says, if you want to do charity, let your right hand not see what your left hand is doing. So what stops her from secretly, asking people to give her, donate to a cause? And the cause is she wants to build maybe a school, she wants to refurbish it and hand it over. Why National Library? Then tomorrow they'll call it Tinubu National Library. And what happens to the budget that was set aside for that library? So why are we not thinking out of the box? It's a project by the federal government that has a budget. And they've been spending from that budget. So what happens? Who is giving us account of how much has been spent? Please, when people want to use style to enrich themselves, they should do it well. I mean, for me, this one, the wife of the president goofed on it. Honestly speaking, with due respect to her, I will not support such. Look at, see your governor, see how they're standing like kindergartens and waving. Who will take us serious?
They need to keep waving until the plane gets
Who will take Nigeria serious?
You can see.
That's the thing. Who will take your leader serious?
Nothing wrong. See, they started waving here. They started waving here when he has departed. They started waving here.
Who will take your leader serious? Who will take your leader serious? Are these the people you call leaders? Do they look like leaders to you? Do they look like leaders to you? Precious, you yourself, are you not ashamed of what they're doing on their behalf?
Sir?
Are you not ashamed? So let us see the truth and say the truth. Let us all begin to learn to speak truth to power. APC government and the Nigerian police should learn to respect the rights of everyone to associate the way they want. They should respect other political parties. They should allow other political parties to thrive. All this gara they are doing, it will not save them come 2027. Let
No,
them
but
continue.
but it did one thing with the worry about. Let's quickly go and listen to Valuable Roads Viber and waiting and get to talk about that ceiling of the meeting venue. Then we will come back and talk about the fact why EB say ADC they get almost 5, 6 different venues, change of venues abracadabra before they eventually go hold their events. What is
Alright,
that?
so
Let's go and
we
listen.
came to hey wait, we are the Lion Field now at Alimosho. We are supposed to have our event tomorrow on the 6th. As at yesterday, we heard that the police have taken over the field, the venue. We've come and see what's going on because police are our friends, and we believe that they are here to protect us and make sure that the place is safe. So no issues. We are going to go see the Commissioner of Police to discuss, using this field. We wrote a letter. So come in here, explain the process that we've gone through.
We are the planning committee of the event. We wrote a letter of notification to both the area command and the one estate police station here, and it has been minuted upon and forwarded to the Commissioner of Police about 3 days ago. Up till now, we await the approval, so to say. So on getting here this morning, we find out that the place has been kind of condoled off with policemen, and we were told that we need to go and see the Commissioner of Police. And as His Excellency has said, we know police, they are our friend, they are here to protect us. And it is our right to also...
Yes, it's our constitutional right to gather. We are not doing a rally, we are not doing a protest, we just want to gather as an organization. And there's nothing wrong with that. That is why we are free, that's why we are in Nigeria, that's why we are in a democracy. That's why we are not under military rule. Yes. So we are going to go and see the commissioner now. And by God's grace, we'll get a favorable response.
All right, so Prince Francis Chilakasa, you don't hear their complaint and waiting even. I don't like that smile for your face. Your smile now made my smile. I didn't mean to smile, sir. Okay, so could this speak to the reason why most times when they won't hold their meetings for inside the ADC? If you notice from the first day when they launch ADC, now so then it be like say they do mini more for mini money more with their venue. Could this speak to it? Could this be one of the reasons rather we maybe they do this kind of thing?
I keep saying that when you think you're too smart, when your own smartness stops, is where the other person's own takes off. Unfortunately, APC think they are smart, and they think they are smarter than everyone. But you see, I said to you, I think it was when the day former Senate President David Mack was formally sworn in, inaugurated as the chairman of ADC. I said to you that they now have another cunning man running another cunning party. So APC is cunning. Now they have jammed Master Cunning.
Meanwhile, remember, say INEC no still recognize David Mack led team.
Don't worry yourself. INEC is wasting their time. But the truth of the matter is this. If you recall, when they were going to do their meeting, when they welcomed Adegbe Shala and all of that, police had condoned the first venue, not knowing that they had another venue in mind. So the only thing that I saw was the news, breaking news. So if you're dealing with a party like APC, knowing those who run the party, you must be very smart. You remember when Nigerian Union of National Association of Nigerian Students too, the one headed by Atiku, when they wanted to do their meeting, you remember that the first venue was condoned off. They went to another venue. So we seem to be more in a country where our political gladiators, especially those in power, have now tried to adopt dictatorship as a way of ruling. They no longer understand that democracy is for the people, by the people, and for the people. But what they understand is that power is might. And it's going to spell doom for this country. It's going to be very disastrous. If people begin to do clandestine meetings and people begin to behave as if we're still in military rule, we're going to have problems. Because very soon now, I trust this government, the way things are going, knowing that a Labour Party started with 3 or 4 people tweeting in a room. Very soon now, they will look for one reason to shut down Twitter, Facebook, and the rest. It's going to come to that.
So you think they will soon clamp down on
Yeah,
media?
that is why it is easy now, to go after anybody who disagrees or who speaks against this government. So we are in for a very long thing. Very, very long thing. But like some people will say, APC will learn the hard way. They should get ready. They will learn the hard way.
Now, speaking about opposition, make I quickly speak to within your brother Kenneth Okonkwo talk. He gave within talk this morning for Inside Channels Television. When he talk, say no other opposition they exist again for inside Nigeria. Say PDP need they exist, Labour Party need they exist, no opposition they exist. So all of them just exist on paper, but in reality they need they exist. Now PDP and LP don't lose relevance.
I am disappointed with Channels Television because they keep granting him or they keep giving him room. You don't give a room to somebody who just talks anyhow.
But you didn't hear what he said. There's sense in what he said because he mentioned the fact that how can PDP call themselves an opposition when one of the biggest problem they have in PDP or one of their biggest root members has already endorsed.
Where Precious, hold on. Where does he belong to?
He said
where does Canada belong to?
I think you need to hear him so that you understand his perspective.
Where does he? No, before you are hearing him, where does he belong to? Is he in opposition?
He said that ADC saying this. He said the only. He said the only opposition at ADC. You know, let me land the talk now.
Calm down. You see, Kenneth Okonkwo is talking about ADC now. If Peter Obi wins the ticket of ADC, what will happen to all the things he has said before? Is he going to swallow them? Is he going to work with Peter Obi or work for Peter Obi? So when you find somebody who is always seeking for attention, and that is who Kenneth Okonkwo is. He's seeking for attention, he's seeking for recognition. Now, because we have heard that PDP has zoned their presidential ticket to the South, and he believes deep down that ADC is going to do the same. So now he's trying to see how he can come back into limelight. I don't make Kenneth Okonkwo sit down where indeed.
No, but I think it's necessary to listen to him so we can make a sense of what he said. But he also spoke about the first one-term only agenda of only one-term promise of Peter Obi. Let's quickly take a listen to him.
Some people will say Mr. Peter Obi seems to get it more when he says that he will only do one term. Should he be given a ticket on any, he hasn't said what political party platform, but should he get a ticket to run, he only plans to do one term should he clinch that ticket. Ironically, the one term should he clinch that ticket.
Ironically, the issue of this one term, I heard it first, even. I was the one who propounded it as a theory, saying that any party that is serious...
He's the propounder of one term. Now, okay, sorry, sir.
Saying that any party that is serious to fight an incumbent must have to say that whoever is going to contest should have to do one term so that no side will feel cheated. So if you are a Southerner, if you don't agree to do one term, the Northerners will say you want to do another 8 years. That will offend the system. If you are a Northerner, if you don't agree to do one term, the Southerners will say, okay, that means you want to cut us short early in time. So I brought the theory as a way for any opposition party to inspire Nigerians to know that each side will not lose when they make any choice, whether north or south.
So how do you justify your new stance?
No, that's what I'm saying. So it was even Atiku Abubakar that first of all said he was going to do one term. Then Peter Obi now keyed into it. because he knows that if him, as a younger person, does not make that promise, he loses the entire North. So it's purely a political strategy to say, look, I am not going to cut the ATAs. I'm not going to shortchange you. So if I am elected, I will just do only 4 years to complete the 8 years of the South. So that's just the whole.
Okay, so now this one way be saying they talk like this. It is very contrary to what we know. Say Peter Obi been don't talk in the past. I mean, for people who be say they watch this show before, don't do a video before where be say. I mean, for inside I think Arise Television, where they talk about Peter Obi's first term bid. Oh, I mean, one term only bid, and they talk about it, and that was as far back as 2022 when that happened. So if he did this, or if he said this, he wouldn't have said this in 2022 because Atiku wouldn't have promised to do only one term in 2022. Now this period, now Atiku don't promise to do one term, right? So because at 2022, the only person whom there is evidence we mention one term, now Peter will be alone. So at what point did he, Kenneth Okonkwo, now became the propounder of the one-term agenda? Let me let you react, then I'll get that.
Let me tell you one thing. Let me tell you one thing I found out. A lot of people claim a lot of things because they know Peter Obi does not respond to nonsense. Peter Obi is not a bitter politician. Peter Obi is not one of those politicians that are always trying to respond to what everybody says. No. And that's why if you notice, with everything Kenneth Okonkwo has said in the past, Peter Obi has not responded to any. So if he's the one that proposed or proponed or raised this issue or advised on this issue, he needs to tell us, was it to Peter Obi or was it to Atiku? We need to know who he sold the idea to. It's always easy for people to claim that they own an idea and that they're the ones who sold it. You've seen a lot of men of God who tell you that they're giving you prophecy. What they do is that they gather information from the newspaper and then they do some permutations. They know that if Chelsea and Man U is playing, most likely Man U will win. They will not tell you that in the match on Saturday, a team that wears blue or wears red, that has red, I think they'll say a team that has red in their jersey is likely to will win. And they will not check who are the major players there. They'll say, well, so player may likely sustain an injury. Or the player that his head is overcoiled will sustain an injury. So that is what Kenneth Okonkwo has just done. He has taken glory for it. We thank him for at least being the one who suggested it. We pray that God will bless him abundantly for doing that. So that's all I can say about it.
So let me quickly, I'll try to get that video where he said that, but let me quickly play the other videos where he mentioned on a few other issues very quickly.
Former Vice President Atiku Abubakar has taken in support of the ADC. Mm-hmm. Do you think that he's still considering what his chances are, especially when Vice President Atiku Abubakar says, oh, he's going to be contesting this 2027 general elections?
Very good. You just said that one cannot be here and here. I heard it from you when we started. So if he said he's supporting the ADC, permit me to say he cannot be here and there. So,
he can change his mind?
Well, you're sure.
Is allowed to change his mind?
Absolutely.
Yeah, so is it,
as long as he has not changed his mind?
Yes.
Yes.
Can you then totally rule out,
yes,
the Labour Party in the coming elections?
I am ruling out the Labour Party and whoever decides to run under Labour Party in the next election. Take my words for it.
Why?
Because it's not existing. Where are the structures? No ward executives, no local government executives, no polling unit executives,
Did they really
no state executives.
Did they have
now
that
there's no national executive. And you think you can do wonders? And you alone, you are the only politician, the name is being thrown around. In politics, a tree does not make a forest. And in Nigeria, any one tree that is leading any political party, that forest is dead. Because even if you win, they will take it away from you.
So you heard that. He still spoke to a lot of other issues. I would like make we also address them. So make
You
a
see,
please. One by
Precious.
one.
In
Sir,
2023,
okay,
he
make a
will
please.
Um,
pretend and purport that he has
yes, you see,
reason.
the thing with there's something we need to understand about Kenneth Okonkwo.
Yes. Okay, sir.
Um, Kenneth Okonkwo is struggling with being an activist in one hand and being a politician in the other hand. And he has not learned how to merge both of them together. I remember vividly what he said when before and after he left Labour Party, how he criticized Peter Obi, how he, also said a lot of things about Peter Obi for not fighting, for not declaring war when the results were coming in and all of that. And sometimes when you're dealing with somebody, common sense dictates that you must be able to study that person. You must be able to know who you really are dealing with. Unfortunately, Kenneth Okonkwo does not understand the person of Peter Obi. So he's coming from that agbero mindset of politics. He's coming from that side of politics where he says, grab it, snatch it, and run. So, but Peter Obi is not that kind of person. And there's nothing Kenneth Okonkwo would say or do that would change who Peter Obi is. Peter Obi is a new definition of Nigerian leaders, new definition of Nigerian politics. So for me, I honestly am one of those. I don't take anything said by Kenneth Okonkwo seriously because all I can say is that Kenneth Okonkwo is seeking for attention from everyone.
This one we don't talk about Peter Obi. A lot of people will tell you, say, well, we need a bit of ruggedity for you to fit day in power, especially when you know the kind of people who really fight for power right now. So we need a bit of ruggedity to fit day in power. I'm not going to just leave that matter move into another issue very quickly so that Nigerians will begin calling for inside the conversation. Now, uh, the Medical and Dental Consultants Association of Nigeria, MEDCAN, don't raise an alarm over Nigeria's worsening economic situation under President Bola Tinubu regime, warning that it is undermining healthcare delivery and well-being of citizens. Now, the MEDCAN made the call yesterday, Thursday, during their 14th biennial delegates meeting with the GET and scientific conference with the hold for Enugu. They talk a lot of things. The national president of the association, Professor Mohammed A. Mohammed, linked the mass exodus of Nigerian doctors to poor remuneration, infrastructural decay, and insecurity, stressing that the minimum wage was no longer sustainable for doctors and other health workers. In fact, they told say the level of malnutrition we be say Nigeria they experience now, say that the kind of things we the last time when Nigeria experienced them, during 1980s. They say in the 1980s, Nigerians experienced starvation and visible malnutrition, what we called Otanishi in Igbo land. What is that? Otanishi in Igbo land. Today, Nigerians are again being thrown into similar hardship. That is why we chose the theme Otanishi psychosis as there to highlight the mental health implications of the decline, the mental health implication decline we Nigeria they experience this period. This thing where they talk, but can they talk? Just come about 2 days when President Bola met Tinubu talks today. Come on, we don't stabilize. We don't achieve our 2025 targets in terms of revenue generation in August. We they do so well. So how it can be say a country where they do so well, they face the kind of malnutrition where they face last for the 80s. That na question we basically ask. Say, they like say will be because as we did now we don't meet our target, it be like say will they prosperous, will they do well? How can the people be more malnourished when you're doing well? The time you're doing
Okay,
so
let me start from the way government has been praising the Nigerian customs, saying that the Nigerian custom has uh, overtaken its revenue, um, half of the year revenue, and that they're costing home, And then I ask myself this question: when you say that the custom has been generating a lot of revenue, are they generating it from the moon? They are not. They're generating it from Nigerians who are importers. And who pays the price? You and I as Nigerians who are the final consumers. So is the government being sincere Is the government being honest to say we have made so much money? They are not. Because the money you have made it out of the ordinary Nigerians who sometimes cannot even afford that item for them to buy it. So when the medical association and all of them, come up with these things they're saying, Precious, I tell you the truth, Nigerians are worse off than they were in 2015. There's hunger. The hunger right now is excruciating. The hunger is making people to lose their mental health. The poverty in Nigeria is rising on a daily basis. So when the government comes out publicly to say, "Oh, we have made so much money," why are they still borrowing? So in other words, when the government is saying it, rob Peter to pay Paul, everything is
So
cozy.
you think that you think government is just making Nigerians to pay more money one way or the other, and that's how they're making reason.
That is what is happening. If you want to find out what is happening, Precious, use your phone now and do transfer to me 10,000 naira, 100,000 naira. You will notice how many debit alert you will get on that single transaction. Use your phone to recharge now to buy airtime or data. You will see how many debit alert you get from your bank. So at the end of the day, there's only one thing this government has succeeded in doing, and I respect them for that. Do you know why? That is the major promise this government made to Nigerians. And they've kept to it.
To widen the tax nets.
Simple. That is it. I'm supposed to be on band A where they're collecting all my money. Before you started the show, they took the light. Up till now, there is no light. Nobody has called to apologize. Nobody has called to give any explanation. But I'm on band A, which I did not apply for, which I did not wish for. They just pushed me to band A. So the truth of the matter is that, you don't need anybody. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that things are not working in this country. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that people are going home empty hunger, going to sleep empty hunger. You don't need the soothsayer to tell you that Nigerian children are becoming malnourished when we're not in a war zone, when we're not in the war times. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that September this month, that schools are reopening. A lot of children will not go back to school because their parents don't have the money to pay their school fees. You don't need a soothsayer to tell you that we have no functional roads. Our roads are death traps. Yet, your government that claims to have come to give hope to the Nigerian people as building a highway, Calabar Highway. Yet, the roads on ground are not motorable. But then they must also collect their roadworthiness certificate, which you pay for. So every agency of government now is revenue generating.
Now, speaking about this revenue generation, now we don't talk about and then taxing Nigerians, you don't talk about like this. A new write-up or evidence don't showcase. Say for inside 2023, as governor of Lagos State, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu vocally opposed proposed fuel tax by the administration of President Olusegun Obasanjo then, which was part of the broader efforts to reduce fuel subsidies and increase petrol price from 26 naira to 40 naira per liter at that time, saying that he would challenge the legality in court, or the illegality rather at that time in court. Now, on December 30, 2023, this day reported that Tinubu vowed to challenge, 2003 rather, this day reported that Tinubu vowed to challenge the legality of the 150 naira road maintenance levy on every liter of fuel that was passed by the National Assembly. He described it was a bill already passed. He described the policy as double taxation and promised to resist it in court. Now, Tinubu's opposition reflected a wider pushback from labor unions and civil society groups who staged nationwide protests at that time against Obasanjo's pricing policy at that time. So people they shocked say it can't reach time for inside 2025 now you can implement something where resemble the same thing when you oppose, just like income subsidy when you say na scam and income imputer. People don't go dig out evidence. They sure make I show you part of the evidence. They say, okay, we saw you. Now your handwriting be this. When you talk, say you know good to say you know they good. If you look the down part of that and when you talk and say you go pose for the report. So people they talk say, how come most of things we be sitting will be opposed to as governor or as an opposition are the same things we implement now. Wait, before you respond, a lot of people they talk say, oh, the other presidents did not have the willpower, they were weak. That him didn't get the willpower to fit go ahead and implement those things. That an excuse everybody give, but let me take your reaction, sir.
People giving such excuses, like Charles Solodo would say, they need to go to a psychiatric home. And I'll keep saying it, and I keep repeating it, and I'll still say it as I go to my grave. Nigeria is a country where the oppressed come out to validate, to praise those who are oppressing them.
Oh, so the oppressed.
Now Nigeria are the only country where we say, let's say they do you nyama nyama, let's say they do you anyhow, you go come out, carry drum, they praise them, say, okay, thank you for doing me nyama nyama, thank you for punishing me and my children, thank you for not giving us life, thank you for not giving us water. That is how stupid, I don't know, that is how insane Nigerians have turned. Nigeria not turned to Mugu in the hands of their leaders. So when you see people come out to give all manner of excuses, you ask yourself, these people, is there any special market where they go to buy items that are cheap? Do they have a special filling station? When you drive your car there, you tell them, BAT. They will say, oh, give him full tank. We're suffering the same thing, precious. We're going through the hard times. For the fact that some of us just, we package ourselves to look happy. We're not. Deep down, we're not. Every Nigerian today has high blood pressure, including the child in the womb. They all have high blood pressure because the pressure on the mother affects the child in the womb. The pressure on the father affects the entire family. So it's like,
I don't think when the belly go get high blood pressure, sir.
If woman get high blood pressure, go transfer to the pikin. A lot of children in the womb today, they are praying not to be born as Nigerians. Because from inside the womb, they don't see the suffering when the ones when they for Nigeria, when they suffer. So you now have a president who told you he spent 25, 30 years studying Nigeria. I tell you the truth, I agree with him. He has studied to find out that Nigerians are very gullible. And that is it.
So that means he truly did study Nigeria.
Yes, he knows. The Nigerians, anything you tell them, they go just maybe now 4 years. After 4 years, and after 8 years, another person will come. That is who Nigerians have become in the hands of the political class. Imagine a governor who has not been able to pay 30,000 naira minimum wage, 70,000 naira minimum wage. He wakes up and he tells you he's going to pay 104,000. And people are jubilating. The same governor promised taking 4,000 youths from the state to Europe and US. One person never can come out. And nobody sees anything wrong with that. Nobody will question it. The governor you have in Lagos State, Sanwo-Olu, is doing construction all over the state. They cannot finish one. They cannot finish maintaining one road before jumping to another.
Nothing again, sir.
You must learn to plan. If you don't plan, you will fail. Our leaders need to understand that it is not what they want for the people that matters. What matters is, what do the people want? What do the people want? Ask that question. If you have kids and you're like every day you're giving them gari, have you asked them if they like the gari you're giving to them? Have you ever sat down one day to ask them, what do you want? How do I meet you halfway? So that is the problem of leadership in this country. So when you say subsidy is gone, you're bringing this tax, where are the civil societies? Where are the so-called men of God who gathered in Ojota to demonize Jonathan? Are they saying that they are getting more tithe and offering than they were getting during that time? So they too need to come out clean. They need to come out clean. Everybody in Nigeria today is feeling the pinch of this government. So if government has told you, oh, you and I know what they did to Jonathan when he was talking about, the removal of fuel subsidy and increasing the fuel price. You know what happened. So why is everybody keeping quiet? Fuel is going for 865, 870, 900 naira per liter today. People are keeping quiet. People are happy about it. And then when you talk, some morons will come and tell you, oh, this is the only president that has the political will. Political will to do what? To punish Nigerians. To push them down poverty line. Is that what he has the political will to do? And that's why I keep telling people, I keep supporting Peter Obi. Peter Obi says, if the process that brings you to power is screwed, you will not be able to deliver. What you will be doing is permutation. You will be palming like people who play bet, who play tete, palm 3 from 4, hoping to win lottery, hoping to win billions. That's why I see some people, when they have 1,000 naira, they'll start playing bet Niger. Hey, one game cut out. Now another, for me, now one game. That one game will keep cutting it. And this is what we have with leadership in this country. Until Nigerians wake up from sleep, until Nigerians begin to demand for accountability and good governance from their leaders, they will continue to treat us like concern me. It's not concern me.
God forbid. God forbid. All right.
Please, don't go there. Don't go there. Don't bring that God forbid to this matter. Because people are suffering. They're saying, God forbid. Don't bring it in.
Sorry, sir.
Please. God is giving every man wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. God is giving us everything we need in this country to become a nation that should be, praised and worshipped by other nations. But your leaders are the ones, the marketing this nation, your leaders are the ones pushing us into poverty. And you open your mouth and you're telling me, God forgive. God forbid. Which God? You think if your leaders know God, would they be behaving the way they're behaving? Please, your precious, don't let me and you fight this night.
Sorry, sir. All right. Let's take a look at other issues. This one has to get to do with voter registration. So the continuous voters registration, as the Osun State chapter of the People's Democratic Party (PDP) don't express concern on Thursday yesterday over the statistics released by the Independent National Electoral Commission regarding the ongoing voter or nationwide continuous voter registration exercise as a CVR in the state. And the PDP said figures indicate that over 470,000 naira so far Nigerians in Osun states have reportedly commenced their registration online within 2 weeks. The party, however, said less than 600 registrants were recorded to have completed the in-person process as of time of commission's release. The commission released the reports. Now, in a statement signed by the director, I think Oladele Bamiji, the PDP questioned the disparity between the number of online pre-registrants and those who have completed the mandatory in-person registration. I don't know whether you understand. Over 470,000 people, 9 days say don't register. Pre-registration process online. But meanwhile, those who don't complete and now are only 600. Did you see the difference? They don't even reach 1,000. Right. So the PDP now for sure still they say now this figure is not adding up at all because if you look at it, there's something not adding up with the figures where say they release. Now, in a statement signed by the director of media, they questioned that he described the situation as a worrisome gap that raises serious questions about the transparency, credibility, and efficiency of the registration process. They said it's unacceptable for INEC to continue to churn out figures without creating a verifiable and transparent process for political parties and other stakeholders generally to monitor. So much so that the exercise is, after all, mainly to allow Nigerian citizens to participate in the electoral process and not any personal or rocket science. So why Nigerians no go fit monitor to know? They talk a lot of things, but make I let you they talk and I go begin, pull out those numbers.
When people talk about when people talk about INEC, I will tell you that INEC has never explained to Nigerians in details what happened in the 2022 election. They have not been able to explain to Nigerians what they meant by glitch. So, person will never explain how it take pass secondary school start. Now, me can explain how you take pass university, to you. Where that one they happen? Person say sit down exam, you do school start. You know if you explain to you, say it pass. Now, me go explain to you why you never take. So anybody that is believing whatever INEC is churning out, that person is not serious. See, this is what INEC wants to do. Let me also tell you, this is from my own, how do I put it? I'm the first person that's going to be saying this. Like I join my brother Kenneth Okonkwo so that tomorrow when you hear him, you go know say me talk him.
No, you talk out first.
Now, INEC is trying to ensure that they build up vote in the South against 2027 because somehow APC is afraid that the northern vote will not come to them. So whatever they're going to lose in the north, let the South compensate for it. That's what they're doing.
Oh wow!
So if they want to prove us wrong, they should make their system available so that Nigerians can see what is going on. So we see how the figures are going on. We see a chart of how the figures, and you see this idea of pre. Let us get down to the reality. Let's get down to the reality. It's like the national identification number. How many Nigerians have gotten the card? But are asleep. Now they carry our car up and down and number in our heads. So we have a lot of challenges. But unfortunately, you have a political class that will not ensure that things work because they believe that if things work well, it will affect their coming back to office. Everybody's been talking about electoral reform. INEC is doing as if they're not part of Nigerians, as if they don't even hear what Nigerians are saying. The federal government, rather than
come back
sit down and ask,
what you're saying, sir.
What reforms do you want?
Because
what reforms do you want? Your president has gone to Paris and UK, and he's just all over the world enjoying his new baby toy. So it's a very bad precedent we're having. It's going to be very worse. By the time the real figures come out, precious, you go wrong. You go not say, man, these professors when they for INEC, now we need to stone them. Because they are the ones responsible for where we are. INEC, judiciary, and police, they are the responsible. That is why INEC, that is supposed to be unbiased empire, will conduct election and tell other members to go to court. Something they're not supposed to do. So for Nigerians, INEC has lost its integrity. And that's where it is right now. So I beg, make we look things, let us be very, very conscious the way we look at issues.
All right, sir. So let's quickly take a look at the figures. I think very important that we look at them. So if we look at the number of Can you hear me, sir? Can you hear me, sir? Is there something wrong
I
with
can
me?
hear you, but you're going
I'm
off and on.
talking.
I can hear you now.
I,
I can hear you now, but it was off going off
can you
before.
hear me now? Oh, sincere apologies. Sincere apologies. I wanted us to look at the
Yes.
figures. See this voter registration thing. Now, DNM be the beginning of our problem. So, if we look at the figures as it take be, first of all, then release the number of states where be say don't register. This now the percentage based on the number of states we register. You can see the percentage based on the number of states. Right? Okay. That's it. According to the number of states. Osun State still they take the lead with about 18.7% about, because a lot of people don't really register for inside Osun State for the pre-registration process. But then if you can't leave the pre-registration, can't say make you go for the proper registration. It can't be say they can't do so badly, so very, very poorly. How do you, just like the PDP pointed out, how do you have about 470,000 people register in Osun State, but less than 600 people, that is, go through the pre-registration process, but less than 6,000 people now don't do the in-person to complete the process? It doesn't even tally. That now waiting people to talk. So let's even take at the whole figure, because totally so fast they don't get over 2 million people do the pre-registration process. That's a figure for the pre-registration process. Yeah, that's it. Make I just get the figure. This now the total, or this now the demography. Make I get where they get the, yeah. So now the demography really so they get for the pre-registration process generally. Now in this one, now if you go back to the in-person registration, it did very, very, very different. So now all these figures will be like say you don't really add up. Now they don't they complain. Say I get as these figures and take period. How do you correlate them?
Precious.
Sir,
Precious.
sir.
INEC, they do abracadabra for Nigerians. The more you look, the less you see. I've told you their game plan. You see, when I say people don't understand, that is why you have a governor who will come out and tell you, I am guaranteeing 2.5 million votes for Mr. President during the election. And this same governor is not asking, are there no other political parties? Are you giving the people the dividends of democracy? Are you giving them good governance? Are you doing something that makes the people so happy that they will not vote another party? So Nigerian politicians, when they want to rig election, they plan it ahead. That is why even when it comes to filling the form for their what do they call it now? The form they fill to show what they have before they get into power. What do they? A lot of them put what they want to, what they believe they will acquire. Yes, asset declaration form. A lot of them put what they know that they want to acquire in 4 years that they don't have. They put it there.
Okay. So, Prince Rice Chilaka, let's just take a look at the figures. You can see them here. Now, the total number of people we don't register for the past 2 weeks, or we don't go through the pre-registration process. Now, 2.532 million, or 2,532,062 people. Now, you don't go through the pre-registration process. But then, if you can't leave that figure, can't go look at the people we don't go through the complete process. Not just 72,000 people. You don't understand? You reach 100,000.
I don't know why they focus on this. I know why they focus. Wait, I don't know why they focus on this. Focus on, see, if you like, talk from now till tomorrow. Post figure from now till tomorrow. INEC don't post anything they want post. They don't close their portal. They don't close iCommot. Nigerians are talking about electoral reform. If everybody in Nigeria gets card, we talk about electoral reform, the election will be rigged. The election will not have credibility. So right now, what we are hampering upon is government to give us an electoral reform. That is what we want. Even if only 10 people register and those 10 people vote, and the electoral reform protects their vote, protects their lives, ensure that the police does not interrupt, ensure that ballot boxes are not sniped and stolen, and ensure that at the end of the day, what they upload on the what do you call it now, IREF, is the same. Nigerians will be happy. So we know that when you win an election, we say yes, we go beat our chest saying that we elect you. So that's why we're calling for. We're not interested in, if you like, talk about this INEC voters card, whatever. Precious. INEC will tell you at the end of the day there was a glitch, and that ends it.
Okay. All right, so let's move on. There's something Abike Dabiri, your sister, did over the week where people they vex her and well, what she do during the week. You know, but let me just read the follow up of the conversation now. So Nigerians in Diaspora Commission NIDCOM, they don't reject claim. Say their chairman and CEO, Honorable Dr. Abike Dabiri, has been selective in promoting the welfare of Igbo nationals living abroad, describing the allegation as unfounded and misleading. Now, the statement issued today, Friday, by the Commission's Director of Media, Public Relations Protocols Unit, Rahim Balogu, was in response to publication by Mazi Okechukwu Isi Guzoro, your brother of Ohanese Ndimo, who purportedly identified himself as the Deputy President General of Ohanese Ndimo worldwide. Isi Guzoro had alleged that Abike Dabiri and NIDCOM had neglected the interest of Igbo citizens in the diaspora. But NIDCOM dismissed that, said that the claims were, irrelevant. Now, people they also expect Ohanese Ndibo to also act after Abike Dabiri repost a post where referred to people of Igbo extraction as monkeys. You should repost them with laughing emojis, so many laughing emojis, right? And People's Gazette reported that just the way it is. And people can talk, say, wait, you deserve only a particular group of people or you deserve the entire country at large, right? And this don't raise a lot of opera. But people they talk, say, why it be say governors, leaders within the Southeast extraction, no fit actually talk to her about that. Waiting they happen. And why person with occupy public office, irrespective of who appoints you or where you come from, why you no fit do your job devoid of any form of bias? I can take your opinion, sir.
Precious, for me, Abike Dabiri, I've always said, is a bigot. She's a complete tribal bigot. So I don't have respect for her. I don't even recognize her. I don't even know if she exists. So long as you don't have respect for my own people, where I come from, so long as you degenerate us, as far as I'm concerned, anybody giving her accolade or anybody treating her in any, giving her respect is wasting their time. Abike has always been, she can never change. The leopard never changes its skin. And that's what Abike Dabiri is. So for me, I don't see anything new that Abike will do or say that will move me. As far as Abike is concerned, she doesn't even know if any other tribe exists other than the Yoruba tribe. And that is why each time you have a problem of corruption, you have a problem of drugs that involves anybody that is not a Yoruba person, Abike will mention the name of the person. But she forgets that whatever is done outside this country, anybody carrying the green passport, nobody refers to you as an Igbo man or Yoruba man or Hausa man. They refer to you as a Nigerian. And so Abike Dabiri needs to go back to school. Well, what do you expect? We all know how she became what she is. Those days when she was trying to do a little bit of activism, trying to do this, people thought she was all you could think about. But no, beneath everything, Abike Dabiri has remained a bigot. Now, when you bring it to, first of all, Isi Guzori, or what do they call him? He's not Ohanese. He's not the leader of Ohanese. Let us get it right. You can call him a factional leader. The one we know, unfortunately, he doesn't talk. I've never heard him say anything. I don't even know if he's still existing. If that particular executive of Ohanese, if they're still there, isn't Bata, Senator Batabi, that's the one we know. But nobody hears about him. And you're talking about the governors in the Southeast. Precious, please. Other than, let me say, other than, what's his name? Oti. Who elected the others?
So the one that is elected, the OT that you say is elected, why is he not talking? Why does he not speak up when things got when there are things that's got to do with the people?
Well, you know that OT, for me, OT has more to do with Abia. He has so much that is on this table. that he's not trying to get distracted. But
People are not,
I know.
people are not
But
stupid.
let me finish now. But I do not make excuses for him. I've always said that the whole governors in the Southeast are culpable. They are the problem of the Igbos. All of them, starting from Hope Uzodinma down, they are the problem of the Igbos. Sometimes I ask myself, are we even sure that these are really Igbo men? Because of the way, go to the Southeast. Go to Imo State that Hope is taking private jet to Abuja to go away from Mr. President. Go and see the roads.
How did you know he flies private jets?
No, you don't say enter ordinary flight. That private jet now. That is where they waste the resources of their state. But for Hope, I understand, because Hope doesn't stay in Imo State. He governs Imo State from Abuja. No, I don't know anything they pursue from Imo State. Tomorrow now, when he leaves government house, he will start advising. He will not turn to a pastor like Rocha Sokorocha. These are people who turned the state upside down. They don't read history. They don't learn from the past. 8 years of nothing. Let them go and check what the late Sam Mbakwe did in Imo State, Imo and Abia together in 4 years. Let them go and check history. And then they should ask themselves, are we truly leaders? Are we truly Igbo men? You become a governor for 8 years, when you leave government house, people will see you on the road, they want to stone you.
All right. Let's open the phone lines. Let's begin to take your calls. Nigerians, phone lines are open. But before we go straight to that phone calls, there's a conversation I'd like us to talk about. We hear that Nigeria's judiciary needs to embrace technology, and we hear, in fact, a particular lawyer, they lament on the delay of appeals and cases from inside Nigerian courts. Say the judiciary need a very, very good and strong reform. And how it be so, I never even did think of the use or embrace of technology for inside on a courts than for inside Nigeria. People are lamenting that it looks like your judiciary still lives in 1805, while it be say the world don't move along, and they never want to meet up with the world. But make I quickly take your take on that if you would like to.
Have you not been seeing how the judges will deliver judgment, and then they'll take maybe a week or 2 weeks to get the CTC of the judgment? Is it not a shame? Is it not a shame? Meanwhile, when Kekeredu was taking over as the Chief Justice of Federation, she has vowed. She said she was going to ensure that the judiciary is technology driven. For where? For where? So anybody that is shouting judiciary, who is going to bail the cat? Who is going to bail the cat?
I mean, we've been building houses for them, so shouldn't we also support them for reforms?
Who they build houses for them?
Something as simple as embracing technology. People
who they build houses for them? Precious, open your mouth and talk. Who they build houses for them?
Them.
When the political class want to bribe judges, they go and build houses for them. When they want to bribe them, they go and buy cars for them. But when the judges are not doing their bidding, they send DSS in the night to break down their doors and climb in through their roof. But they're not. But the unfortunate thing is that these judges have sold themselves to the political class. They don't know the damage they have done to the judiciary. They don't know. They don't know that the failure of any society lies in the laws of the society, of the state, and that the judiciary is responsible. Sometimes I ask myself, what kind of judges do we have in this country?
So let's quickly take a listen to this lawyer Udim on Channels Television, where he was lamenting about the level and the state of our judicial system. I think it's very important.
In this country today, appeals stay for up to 5, 6, 7 years. If your appeal is decided in 3 years, that means your matter is very lucky. Even after counsel have filed all that needed to be filed, it still takes a lot of time before the appeal is heard. And sometimes you don't also blame the judges. It is because they are being overworked. You see, you go to a typical trial court in Lagos, and you see that the judge could have as much as 30 cases on the first list to try. And other places, you have 40, you have 20, and most times they are writing in longhand from morning till night. These are human beings. They're expected to be tired. So Nigeria knows what to do to the justice system. I have said that the legislature enjoys so much budgetary allocation and also enjoys technology. The executive also enjoys technology. But a typical courtroom in Nigeria is devoid of technology. And that's why the
Hmm. It's devoid of anything will resemble technology. Like
Precious, who is to be held responsible? Who is to be held responsible? Don't they have a budget? Don't the judiciary have a budget? I beg, make you leave all these lawyers so they look for popularity.
all right,
He's talking, he's talking as if it's not part of the system. You're looking for you have a budget. How much of their budget have they put for ITC? I mean ICT. How much? So when you want to say something that you can. If it is to get the minister of FCT or a governor to build houses for them, they know how to do them. Why would they do the same thing to ask them to equip their courtrooms? And what is happening to the budget of the judiciary? Is it that the government doesn't give it to them? I beg, make we move on.
All right, sir.
Second page.
Phone lines are open. Let's quickly begin to take your thoughts and reactions. Let's make it very snappy. Phone lines are open. So follow the link on the pinned post. Make it enter inside the studio. Disappear. Come meet us for the studio sharply. Or you call the WhatsApp number 0817 029 4077. So that you could chook them out, put for the matter where they ground. 0817 029 4077. That's the number to call to join the conversation. And don't forget to follow us like your village people. If you never subscribe, what are you waiting for now? See the two people waiting your front here. Oh yeah, go subscribe now. Prince Ross is still like I don't change your YouTube channel again. I Prince still like a TV now. Oh yeah, go and join. Follow him. Just look for. In fact, once you type Prince Chilaka, you go see him there. So go and follow him like a village people. Follow him and then also click on subscription for this place. Follow us and we also across all social media platforms. So kindly also join us at Precious NETV across all social media platforms on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook. You see, they cost you money now. Just go these platforms and search for Precious NETV. Click PM, subscribe. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Just search for it and subscribe. Not could they give on an update because on social media we actually give more live updates of reports or more actual time of reports than we would do on YouTube because we go live only once a day. So you see, you need to follow us like a village for proper updates on those platforms, right? So go and follow us, subscribe and follow us. Oh yeah, make us see who did my backyard. Phone line is not open. Make we begin take on our calls one by fellow. Hello, good evening. That's my TY Danjuma. Good evening, sir.
Good evening, Precious. How are you?
Fine, thank you. How are you today? Today you get energy to talk.
I'm good.
Just hungry chilaka. Yesterday you didn't have strength.
No, I want talk.
Okay.
I want talk. I want talk. You don't bring you bring somebody where they make me happy. Prince Chilaka, I greet you, sir.
I greet you, my brother.
Please, whatever you say, let me give. Whatever you say, please don't speak to our bye-bye. Don't speak to our farewell services. Please. We want open an farewell service company. Don't speak to our farewell services. So go ahead, please.
Okay. I hear you. I just want to
go ahead and speak the truth, my brother.
Precious, the reason why they get a very high mortality rate amongst our women where they weren't born.
That's a very serious concern. Why?
The children where they don't look Nigeria, look the kind of country where they won't come, where they won't come. They go just prefer to make they die, may they go back from where they from come and come out from Nigeria.
I don't kill the mama joint too. They go kill their mama. See why that Juma stop it. Stop it. This is not fair. A whole Nigeria.
Not true now. When my president they talk say Nigeria is now corruption free, the economy is stabilized. Okay. And he talks so many things, student loan. He talk the countries tell us that the country don't achieve don't meet its non-oil revenue target by August this year. Food prices, they say, don't they come down? Insecurity, say, don't more money to the states. He said tax reforms, student loan. So he give himself pass mark. But we there for this platform where Professor Chidi, when they ask him, make his score the president, he says 0. They ask Babacha Lawal, will be APC stalwart, he says 0. Even you ask the guy from former SDP presidential candidate, Prince Adewale, all of them, they scored the president 0. So, if you scrutinize some of these things where they claim, say, in score high, you can punch holes in a lot of them. For instance, the money when you say they give governors, yes, that's true. The quantum of money don't increase. But what of the value? The value is not the same thing prior, So if you give it's like say you increase minimum wage to 70,000, but a bag of rice is 70,000. When it was 30,000, a bag of rice was 12,000. So what have you done? You have not done anything. Okay, you talk about insecurity. We they hear every day. Should be for this. You they inform us now. We they hear killings here and there. Killings. What is the solution? The service chiefs no fit give solution. Defend yourself. Huh? Baba saying a community, community two fighting. May they go settle their quarrel. So and now he's out of the country. If you look at 59 days, if you compute just in 2 years, 59 days now you don't come out. Now compute how much it will cost the nation for those periods where the plane day down. We go pay ground, they pay for the parking fees. We go pay for his lodging. I mean his accommodation. We go pay for those who follow him. Go. Now, what do you think that people outside where they go see me, they come invest in Nigeria, where they see you every time, they check out, they go vacation outside, not inside your country. And you want people to come inside your country to come and invest, to come and do this thing. And you say everything done good. That's a bad advertisement for Nigeria. Totally bad. And yet your NBC, National Bureau of Statistics, don't tell us, say, this policy where this man they do, it is strangulate people. He himself using his own mouth. Saying go widen the tax net, reduce the purchasing power of Nigerians. He said that now, and we're seeing it. So the non-oil, this thing, when you say don't meet the target, not be say then diversify the economy. No, not taxes. Not just taxes, customs, and all these things where they do, they strangulate people, they take away from people.
Manufacturing anything. We're not even exporting. We're not exporting or refining any of our minerals.
Anything
apart from oil.
Maybe apart from Dangote.
No. Precious, no. You and TY, no. Precious, we're exporting. Please, we're exporting. Don't say that again. Don't insult us this night. Nigeria is exporting your president and the governors going abroad for treatment. That's export.
It's like you know be good person. I just say you be better person. You know be better person. But that is true. That is true. Eh? You see, and I don't the wonder. See, this one way president they go out every time. Are they look person way be like say way in battery don't run down. Eh? They go charge so often. I say the battery not the retain charge anymore. If care is not taken, the battery could just run flat.
But you don't see when Ibise Obodo people to the cross river people they tell and say making no need travel again. Say making they call it for radio station. They say make it come Obodo. Say Obodo day, nothing they do for Obodo. For inside a particular radio station for inside Cross River State. Say make it come there.
Yes, now. That there are so many places where if you go away, go relax. Look at the train with derail today for trail from Port Harcourt to Aba. With derail, we don't see the one with derail for Kaduna. Derail for around Imo River. People come the cross river. People carry their load, they cross. Which kind of country be this now? People carry load, then pay, they cross river, they go.
And this will never make people
And then we they
people are not
proud
mad enough
to
about it like they were mad about the Abuja Kaduna rail incident.
Now Southeast, now anything happen for Southeast for
they're
Nigeria.
not they're not talk am now.
Anything happen for Southeast,
Nine for
happen
good
for
8
Nigeria.
years. For good 8 years, Buhari spent 6 months just to go treat in ear. You know, fix one hospital where they go they treat ear. 6 months, they go. And the thing APC has continued because they be like saying their policy. Say they must be doing this medical tourism. They spend their money, they do some other business. If they no go St. Lucia, they go France. If they no go France, now UK. From there, Colombia, go some other places. God will catch them all. Precious, make you help me tell them. This is what they do. They pay. You see the man where you bring the other day where they do a pay for one girl, like one woman like that, where be the respect. People where they do a pay for these people. Eh? It go affect them, it go affect their children. It's going to happen. Make I stop there because I know get power to talk too much.
All right.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night, my brother.
Good night.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
All right.
Yeah.
Our phone lines are still open. Let's see if we can talk to someone else very quickly. And then call it today because the day don't really go far. And they see all on the messages. Trust like your people, you won't scatter them for life here. You can call the WhatsApp number 081702940777. In fact, make I let you wrap up, sir, because you don't tire. You need to go sleep. Well, just give us valedictory speech.
See, Precious, I'm not going to say anything here from what I've said earlier. What I'm going to say is that I'm telling the governors, I'm telling the ministers, you guys should stop behaving like kindergartens. When Mr. President is traveling out of this country, allow him to travel on his own. Allow his personal aides to be the ones to see him off at the airport. You guys are not nursing the president. You are not babies. Sit in your states and govern your states. Ministers, sit on your desk and attend to Nigerian problem. Let us stop all this childish behavior that we're displaying all over the place. It doesn't speak well of governance, and it doesn't speak well of the Nigerian people. That's just it.
All right, thank you. All right, Nigeria, that's the size of our packages. If you didn't like, so thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Please don't forget to join and follow Prince Francis Chilaka across all social media platforms. I beg. At YouTube is at Prince Chilaka TV. For Facebook, you be like saying at Prince Francis Chilaka. You be like saying at the same thing for Twitter too. I don't know whether in the other places. Thank you so much, sir. Always a pleasure to have you here. And thank you for your contribution. Your reward is for Ed. No worry. I'm not gonna send that to St. Lucia. You receive one from Nigeria.
Send out to Colombia and Brazil.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir. All right, let's call it a day, people. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I'll see you again tomorrow evening, God willing. Protect your mental health though, because wahala may be finished. Do enjoy the rest of your evening. Goodbye and God bless you. Good night.